you stress the importance of integrated end-to-end processes across the entire value chain, exceeding manufacturing alone. Is that somewhat?
It's for sure a valid point. I mean, I know that in some businesses, because the value creation during the manufacturing process is so huge and so important, and you can burn a lot of money if you mess that up, because traditionally they focused on this. But I believe that today the view has to span in a much broader way. Maybe direct procurement is not a big deal for many companies in the short term, because they have their contracts, they get, for example, the fiber delivered. That's not the point. But in the end, I think a holistic view really matters. You want to understand where do you lose money, where could you do better, and that may not be directly on your paper machine. So you have to understand where would the process fail. Is it in communication between departments? Is it repetitive, boring processes that could be automated? Is it, understanding much better your customers, or maybe even offer to your customers a much smarter way in placing orders? So there's so many options to improve that process, and therefore I'm saying manufacturing is important, but it has to be a broad yet integrated view. That's my point.
What should the focus areas be that manufacturers really guide their attention to right now?
In terms of digital transformation, I wouldn't even say that we want to predefine what is the focus should be, because it could narrow the view. I would say it has more to do with the individual situation of a company and where they can benefit most. And for finding out, you have to understand, where are you today? How does it go? Are we doing well? How do we compare to our competitors? And also internally, often you have experienced people who would exactly know here and there we could do much better. And you have to leverage that information, or if it's not there, you have to create that information. So you have to create insights of your current situation, identify weaknesses, and this is where usually also the biggest win is possible. And that's what I would define as a starting point, because especially if you are in a project-driven organization, well, then your project will deliver the right ROI. Your management is happy, and this journey will go on. So one of the current examples that we see is there's a northern German paper producer. They have done this strategic investment of really setting up a data platform and doing all kinds of analysis to find out, even which part of the machines would help them or which consume more energy, and that helps them to, for example, to buy spare parts at a cheaper price because the part consumes too much energy or something like that. So really in-depth analysis, that's really interesting. And again, it's not only limited to manufacturing, but that's just a part of the story. Of course, still you want to run classic processes like production planning in a sound way. And one of those aspects is, for example, reducing trim loss. And I'm talking to the right person. T-Con offers trim optimization based on the SAP platform and among other solutions.
Yeah, that's true. Our trim optimization tool, the Trim Suite, also goes hand in hand with the planning, and also we have a manufacturing execution system in place that we call MAS Cut. So these solutions are really custom tailored to the mill industry, and they're fully integrated into SAP. Well, thank you so much, Alfred, for taking the time to share your expertise with us and everybody else.